forewarned for 2024. So this year we'll start off by what we're actually going to do, and then we'll get into some more list building this time for the Germans for Flames of War. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for subscribing to the channel last year, and to all those who supported me throughout. This year we're definitely going to do some big things in regards to the channel. Biggest update, of course, will be what's coming throughout the year. I will be covering Clash of Steel and a few other things that will be coming out, especially Pacific, as I do have a vested interest in Pacific, especially with the Australians. So it would be good to see how they look on the table and how they play as well. And if they will come out with mid-wall dynamic points as well for Pacific, that will be, I think, a key thing as well, considering we do have dynamic points already for what's available. So it'll be very interesting to see if they do have points available for those when they do come out as well. So that will be very interesting. So what are we doing this year? So this year we plan on giving you more content, maybe more tier reviews in regards to equipment that's used in both Flames of War and Team Yankee. I do have an MBT one in the works for those who are interested, so that will be for a Team Yankee MBT where I think the best tanks sit within the game. That will be in the works. I also do have another list building in the works for Anzacs for Team Yankee as well, so look forward to that. What else we'll be doing this year is we do have some more battle reports coming up for you. I know that I will be going to the Nationals in May for Australia for a title defence, and we will be either live streaming it, or we will be recording those games and then putting them out that night. So be prepared for a big weekend in May. I do know that there are some tournaments coming up between those timelines in Australia. You do have CanCon. Unfortunately, I would love to go to CanCon next weekend for the Australia Day long weekend. Unfortunately, I am working, but I will try to grab as much information as I can out of that, especially regarding the State of Origin Team Yankee event down there. So I will be doing a review on that, especially in regards to the people who went there. I do know that there is quite a few Queenslanders who are going down there, especially for a title defence, because Queensland did win last year. So that will be very interesting to see as well for that. So let's get into this video, which is the Flames of War Germans. So I've created a 95-point list that I find would be competitive in a Flames of War event at 95 points, which seems to be the tournament standard for points this year. So I've gone with the Naughty Boys, aka the SS. I feel like I've had to go with the Bulge Book, because the Bulge Book, I think, gives you the best options, not just for formations, but also for support with command cards. I think out of all the German books you have, the two for the best command cards are either Berlin or Bulge. But because I want to play an SS formation in there, I've had to go with the Bulge book, and for that reason why. So, rounding out this list, I've started off with a Ardennes Armoured SS Panzer Grenadier Company. It contains your stock standard HQ, 2 platoons of infantry, some whirlwinds, and some Stummels in the forms of the 7.5 assault guns, but I've also included 2 Tiger 2s. So they are in there mostly for reserve units for those Tiger 2s, but also because they're a brilliant tank that, regardless of them being 2, they will stay in the fight just because of their pure motivation and remount rating. So unless you're planning on watching them get flanked from the sides, and getting destroyed piecemeal by, say, comets or something, these tanks will just take anything head on. No issues. So that's why I love Tiger 2s with this formation. And because it's integrated, it's great because it counts towards force morale. The other formation I've got is the Scout Group Kittle. I think for Bulge, it's a no-brainer. If you're playing SS, it's just a pure formation of scout cars. So I've taken 2 Pumas with the HQ of the 250. So I've also got like the 3 armored scout groups as well, like the 250 scout groups, because I think they're really great for just chasing down small units like other recon units, especially with their 2 centimeters, which is quite handy. Rounding out that formation is another unit of Stummels and of course mortars. I think the SS mortars are just bang for the buck. 1 point per each track, but the fact that you can get 4 of them for 4 points, they are veterans, so they're ranging in quite well. The other good thing is they do come with that smoke bombardment, so it's great for covering of your tanks. So great for covering for, if say for example I wanted to swap out those Tigers for say Panthers, great coverage for them. So that rounds out the list. I find this list really good. It can take on quite a few things. Like most people, when they look at it, go, ooh, is it a soft list, is it a hard list? I think it's very good as a combined arms or come as you are take list. So it has the ability to do all 3 stances if you wish to choose. The good thing about this list though is its versatility. Everything can do something, which is great. So you've got the Pumas, yes, they are 2-man units, but that AT gun can definitely hurt flanked Shermans and other units, especially with armor. So they're great for getting in behind units and doing the damage. That's what I love about Pumas. I wish they were coming in units of 3 just for the morale, but I think when you are talking about these units, especially with that fearless trained, their remount and their ability to stay in the fight is what's critical. And I think that's why I love using the Naughty Boys. Just for the pure fact that they're fearless and they do have that great remount and great morale across the board. So again, the infantry, you've got Panzerfausts. You could option to take like a unit on foot if you wanted to for a more defensive role, but I do like the half tracks for the extra machine guns, especially against defensive fire against other infantry units. I find that they also come in handy, and especially the fact that you can also equip with a 2 centimeter as well, which is also great for taking out smaller armored vehicles as well. So that rounds out that list quite well. I think from my perspective of playing this list a couple of times is that it really needs to go towards more of an attack maneuver, especially if you don't want to look at reserves. And I think from the rumours I've seen regarding new missions that there's going to be a big change coming. I can't go into more detail of it. I wish I could, but there will be a big change coming, and I will cover that later on down the track when they become available, because I think there will be a big meta change coming. The only way I can go from the rumours is from what I've read from other tournament reports that have used these specific missions. So we will just find out. I will try to gather as much information for the wider community as possible in regards to those missions when they do get released, or when we can talk about them. However, I can't say much more other than there will be a big shake-up. So going back to this list, I find that this is a great list if you really want to rush the board, get some spearhead units out front, cover the objectives with as much units as possible, and then weigh them down through sheer weight of fire. The fact that you do have those Stummels, they're great ambush units if you wish to use them. I think if you were playing bigger games, you could probably add in some 7.5 guns and maybe another Tiger, just to round out that unit so that you do have a single unit for reserves, rather than trying to mix up and match if you're going to take, say, 2 Pumas plus the Tigers, which would probably be the most common thing to get your 38 points for reserve units for this. So, that's my thoughts on this list. I like it. It's well balanced. I'll probably use it for most of the tournaments coming up in Australia in regards to Flames of War at this points level. But apart from that, I think it meets all the criteria for what I want it to do. And I think when you're looking at a list, you want it to meet the criteria that it can defend, that it can maneuver, and it can attack. And I think this list fits that criteria quite well. So if you have any other ideas, or if you think that this could be possibly better in any way, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to discuss. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing more content, hopefully to share with you within the future. If you do like the content, please like, subscribe, share it to your friends. And on another note, I do have a Discord channel now. So please look up the Discord channel if you would wish to see what's available there and you wish to have some ideas that you would like to see in the future. I'm more than happy to create content for you. That's what this channel is all about. It's for you. So enjoy, and let's get ready to look forward to some really cool stuff in 2024. Good hunting out there.